Hey everybody, welcome back to Happily Hester After. So today we wanted to do another tag, which is essentially just answering questions. And this tag that we're going to do is called the 90s tag. Now, as you know, we are both 90s babies, so we have some very fond memories of the 90s, life in the 90s, growing up in the 90s.
She hardly remembers the 90s. I don't know why she playing.
I was born in 96 and he was born in 95, so
makes a huge difference. You'd be surprised. You're about to see how much of a difference that makes.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So the first question says, favorite TV show from the 90s. What's yours?
Boy Meets World.
That was a good one. Maybe Lizzie McGuire. No, Sister. Wait. That's a hard one. There were so many good ones.
I mean, Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World.
SpongeBob was dope. Family Guy was dope. Beavis and Butthead, I really didn't get into that much. That was dope too, from all the stuff I heard about it. What else? Let me see.
I would say somewhere between Sister and Boy Meets World, because that was a good one.
Well, I mean, mine is Boy Meets World, so you gotta pick something else.
Okay, so Sister.
There you go. Smart Guy. Oh,
Smart Guy was a good
man.
one. I wouldn't say it was my favorite though. It was a good one.
He's a smart guy. Doo-doo. Nah, that was like right there, number 2.
Anyway, favorite 90s song. Okay, you go first.
Weak from SWJ or SJW, whatever their name is. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control, and something takes over me in a daze, and it's so amazing. It's not a face. That's my favorite song from the 90s.
Mine. See, you know, I don't do favorites. That's why it's so difficult for me. So I have to just pick something that I really like.
Oh my
and then
God.
It's probably going to be a different
That's exactly what a favorite means.
I would say No Scrubs.
I guess. I mean, that's a...
Yes, a scrub is a guy who thinks he's fly.
I mean, TLC has some bangers. That's one of them.
I like Waterfalls too, but I think at that time, my favorite would have been Scrubs, because everybody was a scrub. No, I don't want your number. No, I don't want to give you mine. No, I don't want to meet you nowhere. No.
Right.
No.
Now, I know y'all sitting there thinking like, oh, y'all were babies back then. First of all, you remember a whole lot in your childhood.
Oh, the next one. Favorite commercial / advertisement.
I want her to go first. She made it very clear to me earlier that she didn't remember any commercials from the 90s. Which
I really don't. Like, commercials to me, they all just kind of mold into... I don't remember commercials from 2 years ago. The only commercials that are memorable... No. Here's one. Favorite commercial? 773-202 Luna.
You gonna explain that?
I think it was for carpets or something.
You don't even know what it was for?
No, it was a Chicago commercial, and they played it like all the time.
But you didn't know what it was for.
773-202 Luna. I think it was carpets, or HOTWIRE hotwire.com. No, it was definitely the Luna commercial. Okay, fine. It was definitely the Luna commercial then. Or you could also say, well, also on Disney Channel when they used to do the thing where they carved the ears. That's technically a commercial. Y'all do understand that back then, I don't know what they do now, but back then Disney's commercials were commercializing their own things. So whenever they would do that, they would go to commercial break and they would trace the little ears. So I like when they did that.
Is it my turn?
I mean, you told me to go first.
It's my turn.
So this is who I am.
It's my turn.
This is who I is.
Alright, so my favorite commercials were, for example, anytime they would have, for some so in my head right now, the last question, favorite TV show, Reading Rainbow was also one. Reading Rainbow. Anyway, so one of my favorite commercials back then was actually for the toys. Those were the funnest commercials. Hot Wheels had some of the best commercials. You had the, you had like little monster things. It's like these things you make candy out of. And back then, Batman had just came out. So those Batman commercials were a lot of fun for the toys and stuff. What else? Man, it was just a lot of great toy commercials that I can remember. And I think most of all, it was like the Disney commercials. So for example, when they were promoting a new movie. So I was born in 95. Between 95 and 99, I think they had, what was it? Probably Tarzan, The Little Mermaid, Lion King came out in 93 or 90. So I think right around then I was old enough to watch it. But those commercials started coming on for the VHS, right? So they come out in the theater, but when they came out for VHS, those were my favorite commercials because you get to see like all that stuff. And it was
animal crackers in my soup, monkeys and rabbits, loop-da-loop.
Are you talking about that Shirley Temple?
Yes. Animal crackers.
That Shirley Temple commercial. Oh no! Stop! It was the Shirley Temple's master, like it was like a master set of like. And they used to play that.
I was like, who is
you remember that?
I thought she was just a discount.
You actually remember that?
But you know what? I'm thinking.
No, Annie was first.
When was No Scrubs released? I think that was in the 2000s too, maybe.
No Scrubs was released in the 90s. By the 2000s, I think Left Eye was dead. So there's no way.
Oh, dang.
But anyway, and also the National Geographic magazines that they had back those. Those were awesome, man.
Now that was back in the day. You remember back then they used to include in the newspaper Spider-Man comics?
Yeah.
I used to get those.
See, I was a boss though. I actually had the real comic books. But anyway, moving on. Next question.
NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
There's no way. You can't. Because both have came up with some bangers. You can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm gonna go ahead and concede on that one.
No, you have to pick one.
I'm not.
You have to pick
They're
one.
They're bangers. They both have bangers.
You have to pick one.
I'm not. I quit.
Bye, 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 bye.
That one was the wackest actually. That song wasn't even that good. One of the songs I thought was great was dang, I forgot the name of the song. I did. Okay, well basically, you know, you had NSYNC that had Backstreet Boys had a lot of their songs were more pop. NSYNC was more R&B. That's why it's kind of hard to say. No, seriously, if you really think about it, Backstreet Boys was like always with the pop music. They were really good at that. NSYNC was like they were black. They were black.
So maybe NSYNC.
I would have to say NSYNC because I feel like their music was low key and it was just smooth. That was it. It was just smooth. It was just like R&B except with white dudes.
And with the outfits.
I can't remember a song off the top of my head. If I sat here and thought about it, I could do it, but I ain't got enough time.
Yeah, we have to look on there. But yeah, I think definitely NSYNC. Favorite music artist? I used to love me some Lauren. I still love me some Lauren.
Lauryn Hill?
Yeah.
Favorite music artist back from the 90s?
I would have to say Lauren, because Lauren back in the day, like when she came out with Miseducation of Lauren, when was that?
93 or 4?
Let me tell you something. Now, see, that was before my time, but I used to listen to like Lauren.
No, because you got to realize when someone comes out with an album, it takes about 2 to 3 years for the album to get popular. It doesn't just. So I think it wasn't like it is now, where an album can go platinum within 3 days. Like it doesn't work like that. It didn't work like that back then.
To remember it, it was still like it was hot for me. So I always loved me some Lauren. Like I can still listen to Lauren to this day. I be feeling me some Lauren.
So I used to listen to Biggie and Tupac when they were alive. Like that's
Nivea too.
That's the thing. Like my dad was really into them. So was my dad, my uncles. They were really into Tupac and them, and they happened to be alive. Tupac died in '96, I believe. So I was listening to his music up until '99, 2000. So that was my influence in the '90s, and then I'm a really big rock fan. So for me, Rage Against the Machines, if you don't know about them, they were one of the best rock bands in the 90s. They just were really good at the...
You lost me.
That's fine, but who else? Man.
Britney was
Eiffel 95. If you don't know about Eiffel 95, then why were you even alive in the 90s? That's your problem. You should really reconsider your whole past. Like, where was I even at? I was there, and Eiffel 95 was too. Obviously, y'all weren't. Look them up. I'm blue. That was Eiffel 95.
No, it was not.
They're an Italian band. That's Eiffel 95. Eiffel 95.
No.
Mary, I was really into in the 90s. But anyway, next question.
Did you collect anything back then, and what did you collect?
Hot Wheels.
Barbies. Let me tell y'all something. And this is so sad. I had like the biggest, probably not the biggest, but I had this epic Barbie collection. I like them all. Barbie dolls, Bratz, Cabbage Patch Baby, stuff like that. But when it came to like the actual dolls, like Barbies and Brads, I had so many of them. And I had all these different clothes, all these different outfits for them. I think I had one with my birthstone. Like, I was lit with them Barbies.
But see,
and then what happened was, nah, hold on. Then what happened was, is that my mother made me give them to my sister and she destroyed it. You know, I have been working on that collection for years. Every Christmas, every birthday. What do you want? Barbies. I have built something beautiful. Ruined it. Cut the hair off.
Is it my turn? All right. So I collected Hot Wheels for a long time, but in general, that was like when I really started my nerd collection. Was when I started collecting things from Dragon Ball Z. I had the Woody and the Buzz Lightyear toys. I had the real life-size toys, and then I ended up sharing the Buzz Lightyear with my cousin. I mean, the Woody with my cousin. I had Buzz Lightyear. I collected a lot of Disney's toys too. I was super into Disney, I was super into animation, and I had the Bugs Life toys. And so I had the ant and the grasshopper, and those were automated. They could actually talk to each other. So anyway, my mom would have the toys in the basement, and that's where we kept those toys, the Bugs Life toys. And when you came downstairs, for some reason, they would start communicating with each other for no apparent reason. My brother was into Connects. If y'all don't know about Connects, you didn't have a childhood in the 90s. I feel bad for you. My brother built these giant Connects towers that had to have been 6 feet tall. And at the time, I was about 4, 5, 6. And I decided to just knock it down. And he didn't like me. I mean, that's what little brothers and sisters did. We destroyed our older siblings' stuff. That's what you did. It was a rite of passage. Next question.
How many Tamagotchis did you go through?
One. Only had one.
I think I only had one.
I mean, I wasn't into it like that.
Yeah, it wasn't.
My thing died so fast because it was like, I didn't understand. I didn't realize that it was like in real time. I thought every time I turned it on, it would be like, I'm starting a new, it was dead by the time I came back. And it was like, your Tamagotchi is not here anymore. And I'm like, what you mean? I didn't understand. So
and as a kid, you want to do everything at one sitting. You don't want to have to.
Yeah, like imagine
a couple hours later.
And Sims was like the same way back then, because you had Sims like, what was it, 95?
No, you could fast forward. I was always.
That's what I'm saying. Sims. But like the point of Sims though was like, it's the same thing. I'm not old enough to understand that at the time. I'm like 4 or 5. Yeah. Like when I don't understand. No, get out of here with that. Next question.
Favorite video game and console? Nintendo 64. We used to play this. I can't remember what the game was called. It was a shooting game. I used to play it with my neighbor, and it was a split screen, and one person would be on top, one person on the bottom. It was a shooting game. Yeah. And it was dark. You know what that game is?
Yeah.
I forget whatever that game is. I can't remember what it's called. That used to be my game.
Nintendo 64 was lit. My favorite games on it was Zelda. Me and my brother had the Nintendo 64, but we also had the original Nintendo, the gray and purple one. So you had the Nintendo 64, they called it the N64, and then you had the Super Nintendo, right, which was the gray and purple one. We used to play the old school Zelda, what was it? I think it was Zelda Link to the Past. We played on there. And then we had our N64 where we played Zelda, the mask one. I forget the name. But anyway, we played that. That was dope. And they had Spider-Man that came out on the N64. Yes, you didn't know about that. When they came out with Spider-Man, that's when I started getting into Marvel back in the 90s. Y'all are just now getting on this Marvel train. Do y'all understand me? You guys are just now getting on the Marvel train, cuz I was already on it in the 90s playing Spider-Man. It was a garbage game, but I was on it though. Y'all missing it, dude. Shoot. And then we had the Sega Saturn. Get out of here, bro. Y'all ain't know about that Virtual Fighter. Y'all ain't know about the Virtual Cop. Get out of here, man. Go ahead, next question. They don't know about that. Go ahead. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking to my kids. What was it like back in the 90s? I'm like, y'all don't know about that. Go ahead.
Favorite cereal / cereal free toy?
Captain Crunch, period. Done.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Moving on. Yes. That's all we gotta talk about. Next.
The toys inside. I can't remember what they were just little.
Captain Crunch never had toys. Next.
But I used to get the ones that had toys too, just so I could get the toy. But I don't remember what the toy. It was something silly. But Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
The taste you can see. Next.
What was your favorite Disney Channel movie?
Hocus Pocus. Easy.
Tell me why. I was just thinking about that.
Because it's the dopest one.
No, Halloween Town. Yes. Then they had Halloween Town too. You whack, bruh.
The door's over there. So actually, everyone in the 90s can come to a consensus that the Halloween movies for Disney were lit. Like, I don't know what it was.
Like, do you remember the Christmas movies?
I do. I remember the Christmas movies.
Oh, but I will always, to this day,
like for example,
I will never forget Halloween Town, Hocus Pocus.
Like for example, the night before Christmas, that used to come on Disney.
Whack.
But that's what I'm saying. That was Christmas. But then it was something about Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town. Wait.
Casper. Casper with who was in Casper? No.
Christina Ricci, but that was
no. It wasn't her.
What are you talking about? Christina Ricci wasn't Casper.
The little blonde girl. Who was it? Hillary Duff.
That was the wackest one.
No.
That was the wackest one. The one with Christina Ricci. First of all, that was OG. So you can get out of here with that. But what I will say is, right? You had Halloween Town, Hocus Pocus, Under Wraps. Y'all don't know. I think that was 2000s, but oh man, I don't know. I gotta check it out. I don't know if Under Wraps was 2000, but
it was like as soon as I said 90s movie, that's the first thing I thought it was a Halloween movies. What other movies were there?
There were
oh, you remember that? Well, that was
The Luck of the Irish. You had that.
No, you remember when
I'm trying to name them.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Luck of the Irish.
Didn't like that one.
You had Up and Away with the black superhero family. You remember that one?
No.
You don't remember Up and Away? Anyway, what was I saying? You had Xenon, Girl of the Future. Like you had Xenon 2, Xenon 3. Gosh, what other ones? There's a lot. I mean, there's just a lot to name.
Definitely the Halloween ones, though. The
Halloween ones were just lit. I don't know
what you call them? Bangers?
Bangers. Yeah. I still gotta research whether or not those were the 90s or 2000s. Remember, we were like right in between those two, so it gets kind of blurry.
It's less of like 90s and more like when we were growing up. So for me especially, it's probably gonna be somewhere between the 90s and the early 2000s. Listen.
Alright, so we got a few minutes left. We're gonna go ahead and try to knock these out.
Yes. Favorite show, Disney, Nick, or Cartoon Network?
Cartoon Network.
I mean favorite network.
Cartoon Network.
Disney.
Alright, next.
You whack.
Cartoon Network. They, right at the 90s into the 2000s, they had Adult Swim and Toonami, bro. Get out of here, bro. Get out, bro. Once that came out, it was it. Toonami and Adult Swim, and they had Dragon Balls. Alright, go ahead. You make me mad.
Weirdest fashion trend. The jeans with the rips in them, and then what they would do is they would put the rip in it and then still have fabric behind it. It was so whack.
Really big colorful shirts.
Especially with the knees. You had to have the rip in your whole knee. Like your whole knee had to be exposed. Or you were whack.
The ones that was weird was wearing a hoodie underneath a button up. I don't know why people did that back in the 90s. That was one of the ugliest styles.
Ooh.
Yeah, we did that in Michigan. When it was cold outside, we would wear a hoodie and then a button up over it. Go to the next one.
Nah, that's weird. What were your favorite toys would you play with? Again, Barbies. And also I had this Scooby-Doo doll. It was my favorite. I was obsessed with Scooby-Doo, y'all. Scooby-Doo was awesome.
Mine was.
And I brought it for show and tell one time. I was like, this is my Scooby-Doo doll. Scooby-Doo's awesome.
Mine was just Disney toys, once again.
Sorry, y'all. This is going to be a little long because he be taking too long to answer the questions. But,
yeah, she's the one telling 8 stories at a time.
Shh. Okay. What early morning / weekend TV shows would you watch? Pix?
That was 2000s.
Oh, dang it was. Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Scooby-Doo would come on.
Of course, Scooby-Doo.
Tom and Jerry.
A pup named Scooby. That was in 2000.
Looney Tunes. I would wake up and watch Looney Tunes early in the morning.
Sesame Street?
I didn't watch that.
Oh, I watched Sesame Street.
Clifford. That was lit.
Oh, Clifford.
That was it though.
And the Big Blue House.
Mr. Rogers used to come on back then too. I didn't catch Mr. Rogers.
I watched Mr. Rogers.
But I saw it sometimes.
I watched it. Favorite McDonald's Happy Meal toy? Like I said, they all just kind of blur together.
Star Wars.
Any of the girl ones.
Star Wars.
I think I got a My Little Pony one time or something like that. Or some type of little fake pony with a tail. Favorite book? Any Mary Kate and Ashley book. Any of them. All of them. So Little Time. The Adventures of Mary Kate and Ashley.
My head actually hurts trying to think about that. Favorite book? I was in the National Geographic. Does that count? Like anything that had to do with animals or science or space, I was always reading those books. And history. That's all I used to ever order.
It's more of a publication, but fine.
But it's a book. It's inside of a bind and you can open it. It's a book. So.
What would you watch when you got home from school?
National Geographic. Adult Swim. I used to watch Animal Planet.
Whatever was on. I mean.
So there was a show called Yu Yu Hakusho that used to come on when me and my brother got home. We used to binge watch that. Dragon Ball Z was also in the same block of time. I don't know why they changed it, but they did, and it hurts my feelings. What else? SpongeBob used to come on right around 5 p.m.
SpongeBob.
Right around 5 p.m.
Jimmy Neutron was a thing back then?
Yeah, because remember, SpongeBob came out in 99.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Like, at the end of 99, SpongeBob came out. And that's the same for Family Guy. So, when those started coming out, that's when I really started getting more into TV. You know, so, there's that. Oh, Ed, and Eddie, too. That used to come on.
Oh, yeah. I used to watch it.
98, 99. That was dope.
What was your favorite thing from the 90s that's no longer available today?
VHS. Blockbuster.
Oh yeah.
Period. Like it was something majestic about getting all your friends, going to rent a game at Blockbuster, getting a movie.
Yeah.
Getting some pizza from Pizza Hut or Papa John's, getting some pop, chilling at somebody's house, eating and beating the game. Like that was what we did on the weekend. We got a game and we tried to play and beat it, and we couldn't beat it that weekend. We would take it back to Blockbuster that Sunday, pick it back up that Friday following, and then do it again. That's what I miss. Period.
Definitely.
I just miss that.
I agree.
Now it's like you just press download on your PS4 and it's just like, oh, there it is.
And then I remember when they came out, it used to be the coolest thing when they came out with the thing that read the DVDs too, with the VCRs. Oh yeah, we were cool. We had.
Oh, those.
Yeah. You can have both. It was great.
Yeah.
Because that was when they first.
I didn't like DVDs, man. I miss my cassette tapes, man. You know, my videotapes just, you remember, I can still remember the sound to this day. The way it goes in, it's like,
yeah.
Oh, I miss that, man. Because you know you about to watch a movie, bro. When you pop that thing in, you're like, yeah. And then I love it, wait. And then here, now this is something that kids nowadays will never understand, and you'll never be able to bring it back. Is when you pop in a videotape and you ready to throw that thing in and watch it, and it's already on the credits.
Boy, you have to
and then you gotta sit and rewind it, and it took forever. It took a solid 3 to 5 minutes
disrespectful.
to rewind. It was like,
people who did that were the equivalent to today's people who put like a fake CD into the red button.
Nah, that's worse. At least I got the movie, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is like, it was just mad disrespectful. I'm like, let's come on. Like, and then we're sitting, anyway. And then the sound it makes when it rewinds. And then you know you made it when you get to the FBI warning. That's how you know you made it to the beginning. The blue screen with the FBI. I'm old. I feel old now talking about this.
That's the point. Okay, y'all, so that looks like that was our last question. Again, sorry this was kind of long. We wanted to answer all of the tag questions, but thank you all so much for sticking with us through it. Yeah. Make sure that y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. If there are any other tags that you want to see us do or any challenges, always feel free to comment below. We like to see your suggestions.
And also let us know if we're making long videos, we could just make 2 parts of a video.
Again.
Yeah, you know, whatever. You guys let us know.
It's up to y'all. Let us know. Anyway, so don't forget to do that. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you can receive notifications whenever we post new videos.
By the way, 400 subscribers
is our goal.
We'll be eating some extremely hot peppers. The hottest peppers. So you guys get us to 400 subscribers.
He doesn't really do hot stuff.
I don't do hot stuff, so you will see me
interesting.
Suffering for you guys. So
yes, so get us there, man. We just passed the 300 mark. We're super excited. Thank you all so much for those of you that have subscribed and that are coming and watching these videos consistently. It means so much to us. Really, it means so much to us.
I'm yawning because I'm so tired from my excitement.
I know, right? So thank you all so much. And like I said, 400 is going to be the goal. So tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your wife, tell your kid. You remember hide your wife? Okay, anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. Just
when someone asks us, what about the 2000s do you remember? That's yours, huh?
Hide your wife, hide your kid. Anyway, y'all just remember God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Y'all have an absolutely blessed and wonderful day, and Lord willing, we will see y'all next time.